what do you think should happen to the person who did this? And you'll get answers, legitimate answers from these people that say like, well, the person's sick. They have a mental problem and they definitely need some kind of counseling, some kind of therapy and help, but they're sick. Probably not jail time, but they should definitely offer, like a written apology to the family. They should definitely do that. But they're sick. The person's sick and they definitely need some kind of help. Nobody would say that about a person who hurts a kid. Nobody.
Like death penalty.
Nobody would say that. No rational person. And I mean, I've done this to my kids. When my kids were like 6 or 7, I went home. You've probably heard me say this if you've watched a podcast or two of mine, but there was a thing of milk spilled on the living room floor, and I asked them who did it. They were both like, "Man, I don't know. It just appeared there." So I asked my daughter, "What do you think should happen to the person who did this?" And right away, she goes, "Spankings, grounded, no Xbox, can't play outside, can't join my friends, have to stay in the room and read all day." I was like, okay. Then I went to my son. I said, "Will, what should happen to the person that spilled that milk?" And he goes, "No more chocolate milk in the living room." So it works equally on adults and kids. So then we move into, let's say, I've asked all of these. There's like 10 questions we asked to see if someone's probably guilty or probably innocent. Then that's an interview. And the moment that we get through those 10 questions and I think, okay, Jack probably did this, now we transition into interrogation. That's the difference. Interview is, let's find out what happened. Interrogation is, this person might be the one I'm looking for. At this phase of the interrogation, there's a whole lot that we're not covering, but we get to this part called the monologue. And the monologue is designed to offload. And if anybody's in sales or anybody listening is in any kind of persuasion job, this can be repurposed for anything. And it is massively powerful. Minimize, rationalize, project, alternative question. Okay? So let's break it down one thing at a time. And I want you just to imagine hearing this all as one long monologue. But I'm going to give you paragraph headers for everything I'm going to say. And you want to go with the 7-Eleven, 10 grand is missing. So first step is socialize. I'm going to say, Jack, I got to be honest with you. I think once people see what happened and they see all these circumstances, that I think everybody's going to understand why this happened. And I think it's going to make sense for anybody who hears your story. It's going to make perfect sense. Minimize. And this is $10,000. I deal with murderers. I deal with rapists. I deal with horrible human beings day in and day out. And when I heard this story, I knew that you're most likely a really good person. And this is not a big deal. People walk out of this. You're going to walk out of here in a little bit.